This is the watch, right? The annual calendar. Hell, it's on eBay. This is the watch, right? This is the watch. That's what he's talking about. 26 grand. Oh, it's white gold. But whatever, it's the same thing, right? Same thing. What is my problem with this watch? My problem with this watch is, this this very I remember when these came out, it was kind of an old-fashioned design. Um, Here's the thing: old-fashioned is okay if it's of the period, if it's vintage, right? This is like this 1990s, early 2000s kind of, dated in a bad way. It's dated in a bad way. It's kind of like dated like think of a gray granite kitchen counter. You ever see these gray or black granite kitchen counters or bathroom counters? Yeah, it's a very, that kind of the basic one. They're very dated. It's a very cheap look. Actually, I don't even like granite on counters because it reminds me of tombstones. Okay, so granite is for tombstones. It's not for counters. It's for broke people. Granite is for brokesters. Okay. Now, that's what this is. This is the granite counter of Patek Philippe. What don't I like about it? Okay, you get the Roman numerals, which they're not well done. Okay, I like beautifully done Roman numerals, which is, there we go. The Baron is right. It's not balanced. The Baron is right. The Baron red knows exactly what's going on. This watch is, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's like this watch looks like a cheap prostitute with like a streetwalker, a street hooker, not even a high class. We're talking about a street hooker basically. She's got like a red wig and like crazy shoes and with I don't know, whatever. You guys get the picture, right? It's what Archie luxury would pick up in Bangers, right? That's what this watch is. So here's what the problem. You got a mixture of multiple styles. It's a mixture. It's a hot mess. You got the Roman numerals, then you got the subdials, which are sans serif fonts, which are actually not bad. But these are not, the fonts here are not bad. They're actually not bad. They're actually decent. They're decent. Some of the fonts Patek uses are horrible, and then they got the date window, white on black, I guess for contrast. They should have done it, black, white on black, but whatever. And you got the time, the 24-hour thing. It's just a hot mess, right? And the hands are like, what is it called? It's called the sword hands or whatever. The hands are terrible. I mean, look, the best watch, frankly, is the 3940. The Patek Perpetual. Yeah, there you go. That's what this is. The black granite countertop. Yeah. So it's a terrible watch, and you're not going to make money with this watch. They're going to they're basically dead money, because nobody buys these watches. I mean, like who's going to buy this watch, right? Think about it. Who's buying this watch? People who can't afford a perpetual calendar. So it's guys like Archie Luxury. He loves this watch. Again, guys with no taste, in yellow gold. He's got that watch, and the font used for the subdials is terrible. I like the font for the subdials. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's decent. It's decent. Is it too big? It's a little bit big, but you know what? Listen, when you get a little bit older, it helps to see bigger font. I don't have a problem with it. But the problem is the Roman numerals are too small. It's all like, again, you got the Roman numerals are too small. You got the subdial things are too big. It's all like a mess, right? By the way, you know what's interesting? I'll tell you something interesting. Archie Luxury, right? He had one of these in yellow gold that he sold. I think he bought and sold. I mean, again, it's a garbage watch. I'll tell you how much of a garbage watch it is because that watch actually has a horrible provenance. Unlike his World Time, the sex tourist watch that he has, which probably came from a robbery. You know, it's a naked Patek with no box papers, machete chip on the crystal. And again, all his watches they're all compromises. Compromises have been made. Compromises were made. Now, let me tell you something, guys. If you don't want to make compromises, you got to go to the Watch Reporter website. You got to go to watchreporter.com, get our free newsletter, go to the Watch Reporter website, and you won't be making compromise. You will know how to build a great collection, right? So the Archie thing is now his watch of this, the yellow gold one, he actually did. I remember he did a video years back. He did a video of he got the archives or whatever, the original, not the archives, the original what is the warranty card? And it had the name. It had the name of the original owner. Guess what? And he actually Googled it. He pulled it up and said, "Oh yeah, this guy was a." He Googled the guy, and the guy actually, I think he did some time for securities fraud. Now, coincidentally, I knew the guy. I didn't know him well. I met him like half a dozen times. You know, I never did business with the guy, but I remember this guy from the '90s. I remember this guy. It was funny. And that guy, that was his watch. This guy was a stockbroker in New York. Who did he work for? It was called, it'll come to me. Anyway, these guys, basically what they did was they sold penny stocks to very rich people in the UK, in London. They did this private placements, penny stocks, and it was a lot of fugazi stuff. Now, what these guys were very clever is that they had a couple of congressmen on the table, like literally. Like I remember I went to the guy's office a couple times, and I was meeting the guy who ran the firm, and he always had these congressmen, senators in his office. Like I don't know what he was bribing these guys. I don't know what he was doing with them, but anyway. So this guy, the funny thing is the guy who owned Archie's watch. The first couple times I met him, he was a big fat guy. I mean, he was huge. He was bigger than Archie, but shorter. He's probably about 5'8", like 400 pounds or 300 pounds. And I didn't come like a year later. I didn't recognize the guy. Like he had to tell me his name. Like I didn't recognize him. The guy lost 300 pounds or something. The guy was like skinnier. I don't want to say I'm not skinny. I'm a normal measurement. I'm like a normal I'm like a normal proportion, whatever, right? Like let me move back, right? Like I'm a normal proportion, right? This guy was like thin. I mean, like he was almost it was crazy, right? I don't know how he lost the weight, but that was the guy who owned Archie's watch. Oh, look at this. We got a super chat. ARS. Now, what is that? What is ARS 20? Now, this is not $20. This is probably that's funny. What is ARS? What kind of currency is that? That is probably some sort of bullshit. Like it's probably some Pakistani, this is probably like 2 cents. Somebody Google this. What is ARS? What is ARS? That's great. I love that. That's right. We're going to do what the Democrats are doing with Trump. Convicted felon, Donald Trump, convicted felon. So Archie Luxury, no box, no papers, machete chip. The other watch, bad provenance from a guy who was a convicted. Actually, that guy was a convicted felon. He went to prison for securities fraud, like legitimate, I mean, not anything crazy, but, basic securities fraud. I don't know. Sticky buttons. Oh, we got the Baron. The Baron is here. Baron, welcome on board.
Hey.
Hey.
So I had to hop on just because it's yeah. Oh man. Yeah, every time you mention Archie's World Time, you have to say no box, no papers with a machete chip. Just like Juan from Opus and Time. He's got like a name for everybody.
Yeah, that's his name. That's the name. That's Archie. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Whenever we say Archie, it's Archie. No box, no papers, machete chip, luxury. That's his
Yeah, yeah,
name.
no,
Yeah, the guy.
no,
Yeah,
it can
with
be.
horns, with the horns in his head.
That's right. Ar- Archie with the world time, no box, no papers, and the shitty chip.
Yeah, the world, no box, no sex tourist watch, no box, no papers. Um, so what do you think of this watch, Baron? This is what would you be embarrassed to wear something like this?
Uh, I wouldn't say I'd be embarrassed to wear it, but it's not like an aesthetically looking watch. It's because it's all right. My main issue with this is all right. I don't have an issue with the hands. I think they're like leaf hands because I think sword
Yeah,
hands might be
oh yeah,
slightly
I call it
different.
sword hands. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. They're leaf hands, right? Leaf hands, they
Yeah,
call it.
but I actually no I like the leaf hands. That's not
Yeah,
my issue with it.
you have
My
weird taste.
issue,
You have weird taste. You
yeah,
got the breguet.
yeah,
You're the only guy who wears a breguet that doesn't look like a breguet. You know the porcelain dial. You got. I mean, but you go from one extreme to the other. You got the breguet that doesn't look like a breguet, and then you get the Russian oligarch breguet. It's just white gold, rubber strap. So you got very strange taste. I mean, it's not a normal
yeah.
taste. So that.
I've actually been wearing the that white gold breguet like a lot. So
Oh
it's
yeah, it's a
that's
great
probably
watch.
yeah, it's like my favorite watch right now.
I actually saw one. I think I told you I saw one at an A. I hate to use the word AD. I saw one at a deal. At in yellow gold. And again, the dial. When you look at the dial in pictures, you got that little design, the etched whatever waves, whatever. It
Yep.
doesn't really look good in pictures, but when you see it in person, you get it. Like I see, it's like it's a. But I do find it a bit of a flashy watch. I mean, it's like it is a little bit like uh it's not it's something that gets attention. This is not like a low key under the radar watch. This is like it looks, but because you have it in the white metal, it kind of nobody really knows what it is for sure. I mean, the people who know Brega, they will know, but like the average peasant, homeless guy in Portland, where you are, the average member of Antifa, or the barista at your coffee, whatever, they're not going to know this stuff. So you can get away with it, and you're not going to get like what do you call it, lynched for being a capitalist in Portland. But no, it's actually it's a cool watch. It's a cool watch, and again, the price is good. What'd you pay, like 16 grand or something?
Yeah, yeah. I paid I think it was like 15.6.
Yeah. No, it's
So
15 grand is a good deal. I mean, it's a lot of watch for the money. It really is.
yeah, yeah. It's it,
By the way, what's
I think
ARS?
it's
What does that mean? What is
oh,
ARS?
I looked it
What
up. It's Argentinian. He gave
oh,
me like okay,
fuck
so
this guy. Fuck him where he breathes. Fuck you
it's
where you breathe.
it's like 2.2 cents. Okay, but you also have to keep in mind. I think in Argentina, aren't they like undergoing some sort of like
Yeah, it could
they're
be
like
going
on
up in
the
value.
brink of collapse? No, yeah, they're like their economy's on the brink of collapse. You can only take out
No, I
like
think
$20 a day or something like that from the ATMs.
no. I think they're turning around. Actually, no, I think they're actually doing well. I think they're doing a turnaround. Let me see this Patek 5035. Let me Bobby Google this. Let's see Patek 5035. What is that?
Just to get back to the Patek on the screen right now. So I think
It's the same fucking
the
watch.
the issue I think with this watch, like the way they could fix it is all right. They have to redo the Roman numerals, and in the subdials, the font it's bigger than the Roman numerals, which I don't know. That
Yeah.
also throws off the balance of the watch.
No, the whole watch is basically it's a compromise. Like literally, it's a compromise watch. Like they made a lot of compromises in like trying to fit in the subdials and you got the you know what it is. Look, I know in graphic design, when you do graphic design, you can only really use on a document like 2 different fonts. You can't mix it up with 5. You can only use 2 different fonts. Otherwise, it looks like a mess. Here, they're using like 5 different design elements. You got the Roman numerals, you got the sans serif, you got the Patek logo, you got the date wheel, then you got those leaf hands, you got the seconds, which I hate. I hate a second hand because it's just, who needs a second hand? I mean, that's like, redundant. Like it messes up the dot. It's not elegant. The watch is not elegant. Here's the thing. This is the problem. I'm going to summarize it because this cuts right to the chase. Patek Philippe is all about elegance. And there's nothing elegant about this watch. It's too much of a hot mess because you got these mixed, all these different mixed. And listen, all you got to know, everything you need to know is that Archie Luxury owned this watch. Archie Luxury has horrible taste. And, without Roman, 5035 without Romans? Did they make that? Oh, you know what's actually interesting? I'll tell you what could be an interesting watch. For this guy, because this guy's into weird stuff. I'll tell you what's actually a good watch, which is the Patek, Neptune. What is it? The Neptune. Actually, I'm not joking. This watch, the Neptune, right? It's a steel watch, right? Steel bracelet, integrated. You got your moon phase. You got a moon phase calendar, power reserve. You got seconds. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an ugly watch, and but it's so ugly. It's so out of it that if you can get this at the right price, it actually could be a good deal. If you get this for like 15 grand, and I think these did go to like 15 grand. At 15 grand, it's actually could be interesting. This is like a 5712. This is not worth 28 grand though. So
no, definitely not. Oh, could you hit the back button real quick? Just to go back to the previous screen.
Oh, shit. Which one? Oh, this one here?
Yeah. No. One more.
Oh, you're talking about the with the back to the before. Oh, with when he was. Oh, this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on the right, that Patek, just by glancing at it, if you take a quick glance, you don't look at the branding on it. Like if you told me that was a Blancpain, I'd be like, yeah, it could be a Blancpain. Right, because it's got that aesthetic to it.
You're right. It really does. Now, I think Blancpain, I don't know who copied who. Is Jonathan Quayle Higgins here? Though he's not showing up on our thing. Is he here? Jonathan Quayle Higgins III? Adolf Hitler's grandson. That's Hitler's grandson, Higgins. Celebrity. He's got celebrity provenance. So, no, I would avoid. Look, I think when it comes to Patek, and I had this conversation with the Kesslowitz the other day, which is, he was like, well, you got to, if you spend 30, I don't know, he said like 30 grand or whatever. Listen, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a great watch in the Patek. They have a lot of, here's the thing with Patek, they put out a lot of different stuff over the course of time, right? You got the travel time that you can get for like 20 grand. You can get below that. You can go, well, you're not going to get complications, but you're going to get, whatever. You get vintage stuff. It's a lot of deals. There's a lot of deals out there. You go with Audemars Piguet. Get because listen, this watch is basically what? It's an annual calendar. Or why not just get a, date moon phase, Audemars Piguet, for, 8 grand. Right, and that's a real watch. Vacheron, I mean, those are 8 grand. Why would somebody want to buy this? It's a compromise for somebody who can't buy the 3940. That's what this really is, because the Perpetual was really that was their thing. So this is really, it's a horrible watch in every single way. There's nothing good about this watch, and who's buying these watches? I mean, it's an old look. The look it's like an old man look. It really is.
Yeah.
And by the way, I like vintage watches. I like vintage stuff from the 60s. But it was modern. I mean, the stuff I like is modern looking. It's, it's got that space age modernist look. This here is just an old fashioned. It's kind of like that thing where people buy that cheap reproduction, French furniture. That's what this is. This is like a guy who buys, reproduction, Louis the 15th, whatever the fuck it is, furniture. 19th century reproduction of 19th century furniture. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. I think I made my point, right?
Yeah. Oh, and just real quick,
Perpetual, are you going to send a super chat or what? I mean, we're not here to give free advice here. You got to give at least some Argentinian whatever. Argentinian. You got Argentinian pesos or whatever. We don't do shit for free on this channel. We give you maybe one or two things, and you're not even an aristocrat. The Baron, he's an aristocrat. You see that little logo next to he's an aristocrat. He's a Baron. You're not even a member of the channel. So you got to either be a member of the channel or you got a super chat. We gave you two things. We're not, you want free advice, go to the the Archie Luxury channel or something. You want free bad advice, which is gonna make you lose money. You go to Archie, or you go to the Watch Colony, or you go to one of these other peasant channels. The Tim Wright channel, the I don't know whoever's out there. I don't know did I mention all of them, Baron? Have I mentioned all the peasant channel?
Would you include Watch Nicholas in there?
Watch Nicholas is also in there. Watch Nicholas but he doesn't really give it. What does he do? He does. He's like a drama channel. No, Watch Docs Report or Watch. Those guys they're really drama channels. They're not. Oh, there we go. We got a member. Oh shit! Did he join for 5 cents? Did this guy find a way to arbitrage? Oh shit!
That's so good. That's so good.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way he could have arbitraged. No. Would they let you?
No, you what? Okay. If he did that, if he really did that, if it really was arbitrage, you have to elevate his status because he's like the king of grifters now.
Wow. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the receipts, how much came in tomorrow, because they give you the accounting. But that's yeah. But listen, we gotta welcome him. We got a new Baron. We got a newly minted aristocrat. That's right. Welcome everybody to GD from Argentina. That's right, Argentina. They have very good steaks. Actually, there's a lot of good watches in South America, vintage watches. A lot of good vintage watches because, in the 50s and 60s, their economies were still doing very well. And, the South Americans, the Argentinians, they're more like, because the Argentinians, which, again, all the Latin Americans, they hate Argentina because, they consider themselves more European because they got a lot of Italians, Germans, whatever there.
You also you can't forget
French. And the Nazis, right? All the Nazis.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
In the 40s, that's where they escaped to.
No, exactly right. So basically, but here's the thing also. South America, Argentina, Venezuela, Brazil, these were booming economies at the turn of the century, the 1890s, early 1900s. They were booming. They were the wealthiest countries on the planet. I mean, really, Brazil was a massive buyer of Patek Philippe. The Gondolo, that was the store, right? And then, they started dabbling with socialism. They went downhill, basically, right? But it was a slow slide, right? In the 50s, 60s, they still had a lot of wealthy people. Of course, then you had all the Nazis who moved there, who escaped there in the 40s, right? They went to Paraguay, Argentina, all those places. So they brought with them, watches that they basically stole from the Jews, right? Well, they didn't have, I think in the 30s, so it would have been watches from the 30s. There weren't really a lot of watches from the 30s, right? It wasn't a big thing. But in the 50s and 60s, right, you did have a lot of serious watches from Patek, AP, Rolex, going to South America because again, it's these third world countries. You either have very wealthy people, it's like a kleptocracy, right? You either have the very wealthy, and then you have the poor. So they're very wealthy. They got money to burn, right? So there's some amazing watches down there. And maybe GD is maybe he. I don't know if he lives in Argentina. I don't know if this is. We got to find out. We got to get to the bottom of this. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, Watch Dickless. That's the cool. That I love that name. Watch Dickless. The docs, the good guy, the good guy. I love these self-proclaimed. These self-proclaimed. What do you call it? These guys who are here to expose all the evildoers. All the. Actually, this guy Docs actually is kind of. He's actually interesting. He's actually, citizen journalism. He's actually the only legitimate citizen journalist in the watch community. He's actually pretty much on the money. Whereas, this guy Watch Nicholas is basically a 2-bit grifter. I mean, this guy is basically he's basically there just to get super chats. He talk about drama, just companies. I mean, that's how he makes his living by being an e-beggar. Okay, there we go. We got. $1.99. This is like the lowest entry level. Okay, but we got to honor it. Actually, Baron, what do you think? What's the best? Okay, so this question was best Patek Perpetual larger than 36 mm. Baron, you got a answer for that? How much larger though does it be?
I mean, the newer ones are what, like 38?
Yeah, no, actually, okay. So they made no. So let me do this. Let me go to. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Chrono just to pull up. Low to high. What do you get? What do you get for your money? Patek Perpetual, low to high. So the best one to get, I think there's value in I think there's value actually, believe it or not, in this, which is white gold, right? It's a slightly bigger. You got the hobnail, which some people say, oh, it's old. It's a classic look for Patek. Hobnail. I don't have a problem. I know some guys don't like it, but whatever. Now this watch is, I think, 38. It's 38 millimeter. 38 millimeter. It's very legible because of the white on black, which I think is a classic look. So 36 millimeter, 38 millimeter. And it's going to wear bigger because of the lugs. So it's going to wear bigger. And the hobnail actually looks really good because it reflects the light. And I think it's a fine element. I don't know, Baron, what do you think? I know you're very particular about your design.
Yeah, I don't like the hobnails just because it's like, I don't know, it just looks dated. The hobnail design itself. And I'm not sure what the situation is with polishing on the hobnail. So I don't know if it's possible to polish.
No, you're done. You're done. No, you're done. The hobnail, that's it. You're done. The hobnail means you're, okay. Now, you got this, which is the 5140, which is 38 millimeter. Actually, was this 30? No, it's 37 and a half. So where's a little bit bigger than the classic one? This is rose gold with a chocolate dial, which, by the way, I love this dial. I love it. I think it's a great watch. 38 grand. I think it's a good deal. Okay. Here's another one. 5140. No, this one, I don't like this. This one is not that nice. Okay, so this is going to be, oh, this is weird. This is bizarre. Wow, I don't even know what's going on with this. Okay, so this is a 3940, but on an integrated bracelet. That might be, and I think this is a Patek bracelet. 87. No, this is gonna be too weird because those bracelets have issues, with measure. Okay. What about, what's funky? What do you think of this?
I,
Uh,
I can't put my finger on it, but I'm not sure. No, I don't like it. I'd pass on this. Can we
I
go back
like
to the
I like that the Roman numeral. These are real Roman numerals, right? These look like legitimate. The hands, I'm not crazy about, whatever, but I'm not completely against it. Hold on, we got another super chat, heavy hitter here, big time, 50 Argentinian, whatever that is. Support the doc support and the cult of Del Boca Vista. Push the water. Push. What does he say? Keep spiritually centered. That's right. Exercise. Push. What is it? He's got something. Keep spiritually centered. Everyday millionaire. And what else? What else? What's his whole thing? He's very neat, right? Very neat and tidy. He's got everything organized. I actually, I gotta respect the guy. Everything is very organized. He's conscientious, right? He was basically discipline. That's his other thing. Discipline. He basically worked like a a normal job, whatever it is. Put money away. I think mostly in index funds, right? Which is the smart thing to do. Index funds, right? No fee, low fee, whatever. And 30 years later, the guy's he's not a leech on the system. So he's collecting retirement, and he's getting I think he calls himself an everyday millionaire. He's probably worth, I think he said, 1 million or 2 million, whatever it is, whatever that is, right? Which is good, right? The guys, you gotta respect the guy, right? He's performed services for humanity. So I'm all for it, right? He's of service to humanity, unlike leeches and degenerates who are basically just grifters for super chat money, like whether it's Watch Nicholas, Artem Pizdets, this Watch Nicholas, other guys, right? They're just grifters for super chat money. The Docs is like a legitimate guy. So back to the 3940. Excuse me, back to the perpetuals. Okay, going back. What do you want to see?
Okay, on the right, on the far right,
Cushion.
the square dial. Yeah.
Yeah. These are kind of interesting, actually. I don't like the Breguet. That's the thing. I'm not into the Breguet numerals. So they do one of these in a black doll, which looks great. I just don't like the. So again, they're using how many different fonts are they using? They got. Oh, this is a horrible picture. Okay, so okay. No, this is right up your alley. This is you. Breguet numerals. The fonts, I don't know. If I would get this watch, if you really have to do it, you got to get it with a black dial. They do one in a black dial, which is decent looking. Okay, we got a 38 millimeter. Oh shit, another one of the the hobnails are really cheap. I think they're not bad. They're actually you're getting value for money. Let's see. There we go. Again, there we go. So the black dial looks much better, no?
Yeah. That the dial really pops in black. Just
they got
I guess the higher contrast.
They got a different font on the. Okay, so at least it's all sans serif fonts. On all the stuff. So it's to me, it looks a little more, cohesive. But the case, it's all like, I don't know. It's all like, it's a mess. It's still a mess. Like, again, this is another hot mess. What's going on over here? You got these Roman numerals. You got some guilloche in the middle with you got the leap year. It's a mess. I mean, I don't know. You got the stupid crown that looks like very fussy. Again, this is actually a beautiful watch. rose gold, this kind of bronze, chocolate, whatever. I think it's okay. Yeah, look at this. Nobody wants them, huh? Look how good it looks. What do they call this? They call this rose gold, and what do they call this? Is it chocolate? I think this is the great looking watch. I would buy this actually. You know, if I needed like a third Perpetual or something. I don't know. It really is nice. This is like a really, and these are actually, I think they're kind of undervalued for where they are right now. I really do. Yeah, I mean, the chocolates, what a great look. I don't know. I think people don't like it. Do you think this looks old? Do you think that, because people think of, brown, they think it looks old. What do you think, Baron? Is brown for old people?
Are you talking about what color is the dial? Because it looks kind of greenish to me.
No, it's brown. It's a chocolate.
Oh.
It's a sunburst. It's a brown sunburst.
I don't know. It might be coming back. And I only say that just because that shade, well, I guess, in that photo on my phone right now, it's got like this kind of greenish tint to it. And I don't know, like green's the hot new color right now. So we'll see if it sticks around.
I don't know if it has a green. I'm a little bit colorblind. So I don't know if it has green, but it's chocolate, right? It's definitely chocolate. That's the official name of the color, right? So, but again, I have that Rolex, the Yachtmaster with the chocolate.
Yeah.
And I like that dial because what happens is you get, when you have these colored dials, during the day, depending on what's the light that's hitting it, you're going to get different. You're going to get different looks. You're really going to get different looks of the watch. It's going to change. It's going to be constantly changing because the way the light hits it, it's constantly going to change. So, unlike, hang on, so what happened here? Unlike a white dial, yeah. By the way, Baron, we have the new Watch Reporter marketplace opening up, and we're going to have this AP Royal Oak dual time available. You get JLC movement, subdial, solid yellow gold, 36 millimeter. So it wears. I mean, it's the classic size, 36 mm. It wears like a 38, right? Hang on a second. We'll share this. What do you think of this amazing watch? Right? Just say good things. Say yes, absolutely. The punters should be buying this. And the price is right. The price is going to be under 38 grand. By the way, look at the silvery white dial. I don't know if you can see. Oh, we're doing a comparison between the JLC. Actually, I'm wearing that on the wrist right now. This is the dual time, same movement basically. But this is very plain. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have the play of the silvery white. You see the way it reflects the light.
I don't think it's coming up on the screen right now.
Oh shit! Did I not? Oh, what was it doing? Oh my god! I can't believe that. There we go. You see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The watch looks to be in great condition.
Oh, it's stunning. There's this is a 2004, great condition. There's there might be a few minor scratches. Of course, there's going to be somewhere or whatever. But it's again amazing condition, no stretch. And by the way, it does come with some extra links. Yeah,
that's important.
And
box papers.
No, watch only, as they say. Watch only. By the way, I should say this came from actually a very highly reputed dealer in Florida. Okay, highly. This is like a guy who does vintage. This is not his main thing. Not Eric Wind, but a guy in that level, but higher level. And yeah, so yeah, this is, and we have from AP, we have what do you call it? We got the instructions. We get the instructions.
Right.
And you could order the archives for $600. By the way, did you know? I actually didn't know this. The AP archives, they only give you a PDF that's not printable. You can't print their PDF archives for $600. It's like an NFT.
That's I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't know why they would do that. You know, they claim, oh, it's for the environment. We don't want people to print. Yeah, right. You know, right. You know, I mean, I think it's because I don't know. Why would they do that?
Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's a security thing. Because that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, maybe they can track it with like a pixel or something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what it is. I don't like it. I don't like it. But listen, this watch is going to be, again, this is going to be available in the Watch Reporter marketplace in about 2 weeks when the site goes live officially. For now, we just have news and articles. By the way, have you checked out the Watch Reporter website, Baron?
Oh, you got a website now? Because I thought it was just the newsletter. So all right, let's plug the website.
No. We're a multimedia company. Watch Reporter is a multimedia, omnimedia, not omnimedia. Hang on a second. Let me show you this. No, and what we have there is actually quite amazing. Actually, it's right up your alley. There's a lot of deep dive articles. We aggregate a lot of content. Here we go. So this is the site. Now, some of the stuff looks a little bit like you may have seen these videos, right? But okay, but here we go. There's this stuff about Patek Philippe, enamel dials, everything you want to know about enamel dials, vintage watches, tropical dials, right? We got a whole articles which are linked from here. Enamel dials, links to big articles. Vintage Rolex buyer's guide, comprehensive buyer's guide. When you click this link from Philippe Stahl, you're going to get his complete article. So in one place, we aggregate all this incredible information, right? Gerald Genta, vintage, again, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of valuable stuff that you do not get on our website. This is like a deep dive stuff, and we're going to be adding and more expanding in here. So again, it breaks down to, again, we got the stuff, auction reviews, watch reviews, collection reviews, interviews. The knowledge thing is the main. This is where we have a lot of these deep dive articles on stuff, right? Cartier crash, everything you want to know about the history, the complete buyer's guide to double signed dials, Tiffany dials, different retailer dials, stone dials. So yeah, we link to all these. It's sort of like a Google. We're like a Google for a very serious, for the watch collectors. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you put the link to the website in the chat?
In the chat? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. What? There we go. It's out there. It's out there. By the way, we got a big super chat, 50 Argentinian. It's not about how much you drink, but how much you urinate from Doc's report. Words of wisdom. That's right. Listen, every penny counts. Every penny counts. Keep spiritually centered, discipline, and what else? Yeah. All right. That wraps it up. Okay, Baron, you have anything that you want to add? Any final thoughts, comments?
This is only slightly related, but there's new updates on the Sylvester Stallone Grandmaster Chime auction. There's been comments from Patek Philippe saying that they're very unhappy that he flipped his watch.
Oh, so was there an official comment?
They did an interview. Well, let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
With Philippe Stern?
Yes.
Oh, oh. What did he say? What did Philippe say?
Okay, so if you just Google Stallone Patek, it's
Oh, hey,
like
okay.
the first article that comes up. There's a Yahoo article.
Okay, so okay. Oh yeah, Yahoo article. Here we go. Okay, there we go. News. We're doing news business. That's right. We got news business today. Can you see that on the screen? Wait.
No,
We
it's
got
not.
news business.
Yes.
We got news. This site is all about the news business. Let's take a look. We have yeah, not happy. Of course. Remember we talked about this. They're not happy. Actually, where have you been? You've been MIA. You've been MIA for the last couple of auction reviews.
Wait, no, you've been doing these things during like the morning hours.
Oh no, at night. No, I do it. No, it's all at night. It's all at night. But no, we had. I think we covered this, and then basically I said, look, the guy never even took it out of the plastic. That's right, sealed. Okay, so what did he say? Where's the quote? Where's the quote? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. With 20 complications and requiring a reported 100,000 hours of work to create. Now, I don't know. Do you believe that it took 100,000 hours to make this watch? Maybe in total for the whole, for all of them, like in terms of like to design it, not this particular watch. I mean, this watch might have taken, I don't know, how long do you think it takes? A couple months to do this?
Yeah, so I mean, they probably have like an army of people doing this. Like they got some guy like polishing the hands, So I think in total, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, they
yes,
got the
and also including the design.
They got the factory in Fujian province. I mean, in Shanghai. I mean, they got the little kids. Then they got like one guy in Switzerland who basically just looks at it when it's shipped over. No, I mean, okay. So here's what Thierry Stern says. Told Watch Pro, it's not fair for a client that may have been waiting for the piece for many years and then sees it being sold. Stallone's choice to keep the watch in his packaging can be seen as classic flipper behavior. That's what we said. Again, especially for a minute repeater. A minute repeater, the whole point is you want to hear it. So this guy never heard the watch because it was kept in the plastic. Stallone never broke the seal. As an experienced collector, he clearly understood the value of an unbroken pouch. There we go. It's a virginal. It's got the hymen is intact. We visited with Stallone's watch at Sotheby's, and it was nearly impossible to. There we go. It was nearly impossible to appreciate the Grandmaster chime through the plastic packaging, let alone to see and hear it perform its special magic, which is the sound. It seemed as if the packaging was the bigger story than. See, that is disgusting. I think it's disgusting. Okay. He says Patek Philippe's retail partners have also come under fire for the suspicion that Hollywood celebrities receive preferential access to the hottest watches. Stern wasn't definitive about whether Stallone was cut off from retail purchases or not, but it seems Rocky may have dealt himself a hard blow in the fight for hot body blow.
I think he's cut off. I mean, he might not be cut off from just the regular stuff, but anything you have to like apply for, he's cut off. It's going to look really bad because if he flips another piece,
absolutely.
It's going to look so bad.
No, he's not. No, he's never going to get. I mean, no, he's no, for sure. Let me see if we can hear the sound of the. There we go. Just for the punters, we're going to play the sound of the Grandmaster chime, which Sylvester Stallone did not get to hear. Hang on a second. We're going to pull it up on the screen. Theater mode. Share this tab. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this? Here is what Sylvester Stallone did not hear. Okay, silence, please.
Only the touch of a button at the center of the crown. The combination of grand and petite sonnerie and minute repetition has always been considered the ultimate striking complication in watchmaking until now. In watchmaking has been considered the ultimate.
I love that. I love that.
Grand and petite sonnerie and minute repetition has always been considered the ultimate striking complication in watchmaking until now.
Oh, I think I just had an orgasm from that sound. I mean, you know when it does that double like doo-doo-doo-doo?
Yeah.
That was pretty good, no?
Yeah, that was.
Can you imagine that this Stallone, this Bukiak, he didn't even get to hear that? That's like ridiculous. It's like, I mean, he's married to a hot, his wife was it Jennifer Flavin. She was hot when she was in her 20s. You know, when he was first dating her, this is back in the 90s. She was hot. I mean, she's still not bad. I mean, she's like basically, you know, I don't know, she's like 60 now. But, I mean, she was hot. Imagine this. Imagine you marry Jennifer Flavin at 20, right? And then you never have sex with her because you just want to look at her. You want to appreciate her as is. You never have her do any cleaning, any cooking. You never have her do the laundry and iron your shirts. I mean, what's the point of being married then, right? If you're not, you know, getting all the benefits.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Just to look, just to show it off. Hey, check out my wife. I mean, what's the point? That's exactly what this is. When you have this watch and you don't use it.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's even worse because it's like, how is he going to even show it off? What, he's going to like invite people over to his house? He'd be like, oh, look at this watch that I have, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a peasant move. He invites him over. He says, "Hey, it's in the plastic. Check it out. Hey, yo, Adrian, this what it's worth. Like I could probably flip this for $5 million because it's in the plastic over here. It's over here." Yeah, I mean, he actually, you know, his watch. He actually would the one watch actually that I think was a very good deal, and he was the rose gold date, the Rolex, the olive green dial. It went for $90,000. It's got his thing in the back. I mean, that was maybe been a little bit high, but that's at least, you know, you're getting a useful watch. It says Sly on the back. You know, there's your story.
Yeah. Oh, Colonel, I just thought of something. Do you have the gong where you're at right now?
Oh, yeah, I do have the gong.
All right. So I guess in honor of the arbitrage king that just joined, could you ring the gong for him once?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you start reading off the super chats, and whilst I ring the gong, okay? Because it's gonna sound.
All right, great. All right, GD with a 50 currency super chat in support of the Docs Report and the cult of push the water, exercise, keep spiritually centered. All right, we did that for you, GD, the arbitrage king.
All right, there we go. All right, thank you, Baron. Thank you to all the aristocrats and the new members. Sorry, we have 2 new members. Actually, no, we have 1. I think we have GD from Argentina, and we have what do we have? We have the Patek man here. Perpetual feeds $1.99 super chat. Now, by the way, we will have. I think we will have a Patek Perpetual in the watch marketplace, the Watch Reporter marketplace. We will have a Patek Perpetual soon. You know, probably in the 5740 range. Not 5740. That whatever the one after the 30. You know, the one we were just showing, that rose gold in that from that era. Not the rose gold, but we're gonna have one soon. From a trusted source, from one of our trusted dealers in the network. So so stay tuned. That will soon be available. And again, thank you. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.